Hello my little minions. Just kidding guys, this is the UK's finest, and today we're going to be learning on how to create 3D text in Cinema 4D and then being able to import it into Adobe Photoshop CS5. So in Cinema 4D we're going to go to render settings, going to go to general, and we're going to make sure that full render is checked. Go to output, and we're going to change the width to 1280 by 800. I'm going to make sure the resolution is 72 and just keep the rest as the same. I'm going to go to save, and I'm going to save the file as test1. Save that. Go to format. I'm going to change this to PNG. This allows transparent backgrounds, and if you check alpha channel, then this will actually give you the transparent background. So that's sort of how you get the transparent. Okay, so what you're going to do now is going to go to MoGraph and click on MoText. So we're going to go to depth and put in 100. And I'm going to go to text and change this to the UK's finest. Okay, so now that's done, we're going to change the font to Kravitz because I like this font. It looks quite professional. I'm going to hold 3 and click on the previewer, and we're going to change the camera angle. Okay, so that's done. We're going to change. We're going to move the font just over to the left a little bit. We're going to change the height down because it was bleeding off the preview, which will then cut off that little bit that wasn't showing. So now that's done, we're going to go to File, New Material, File, New Material, and then on the first file we're going to go to Color, and we're going to change the color as a light purple. That'll do. Okay, now we're going to go to Reflection, check that, and we're going to change that to about 33. That'll do. And then, then we're going to go to Glow. We're going to bring this down to about 300 on the outer glow. Sound good with that? And then we're going to change the second one that we made. Going to go to Color. We're going to do this as a little bit of a darker purple. I like that. And then we're going to go to Reflection. Check that. And we're going to change. It's 33 that we used, I think. Yep. Going to go to Glow, and then change this to 300. Okay. So as you can see, we've got a lighter purple and a darker purple. Okay. So what we're going to do now is going to create 2 of these text. So we're going to go into Control C, Control V, and that's copy and paste. So in this second one that we've just made, which is motext.1, we're going to change the depth of this to 50. There we go. And then on this blue one, which means that you'll be able to drag it back, we're going to change this by 25 centimeters, or if not, then the closest that we can get, which is 25.116. And as you can see, that's pretty much just in the middle. And we're going to go to caps, start, which is going to be changed to fillet cap, and end fillet cap. I like how it is. I think it looks quite cool. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start to get these, like each individual letter, and how we do that is we go to motext1, press C on your keyboard, and that will then allow us to drop down these boxes, and within these boxes it brings down each individual letter within the text. So what we're going to do is going to get T, drag this up, H, going to drag this one up, E, drag this one up, and so on so on. I'm just going to speed up the video for you guys right now. Okay, so now we've got all the whole UK's finest. We're going to delete motext 1. Okay, so now we've got this motext, which is the first one that we created, which is 100 depth, and it's not been modified since we made the second one. So what we're going to do is going to press C to get the drop down box again. We're going to do the exact same thing, but just before we do that, I'm going to rename all of these to I'm going to put C on the end of all of them. So give me a minute to do that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've now separated. Oh wait, sorry. We need to go to motext and we're going to do the exact same, apart from this time we're going to put the T underneath the T, and same with the H, E, and the rest of them. So just give me a minute to do that again. Okay guys, so now we've done that, we're allowed to delete this mode text here. We're just going to scroll up, and as you can see, it's got TC, T, HC, H, EC, E, and that's basically just going to basically divide the T from the other T, just so we know which individual letter that we're going to be working with. The reason why I've put C at the end is for caps, which is what we used before, which is this. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, for the ones with caps, I'm going to put the darker shade purple on. So there we go. Okay guys, so now that we've done that, we're basically just going to do the exact same, but to the ones without the C on the end, which is the smaller ones. So give me a minute to do that again. Okay guys, so now that's done, we can take a quick look at it by going to render and render view, and to me that looks quite swanky. So what we're going to do now is, if you're happy with what you've got, you might want to change the camera angle by holding 3 and then clicking and dragging, and then you want to render it. So what I'm going to do is, I like how it is right now, so what I'm going to do is going to go to render and render to picture viewer, and this will basically render it all. And now that's done, because it's got the clear final image. So I'm going to cross off that, minimize this, and here we see it now. When you double click it, and there we go, that's the final image. And what I'm going to do now is just going to close down Cinema 4D. No, we're not going to save. And now we can go into Adobe Photoshop, go on File, we're going to we're going to open, and we saved it as test 1, and as you can see it's a PNG because we saved it as that before. I'm going to go on Open and give it a minute to load, and as you can see we've got it now. So we can drag this into the one that I made before, and we can add a background if you'd like. Transform, and then make it slightly bigger. Don't like this colour. So let's quickly change this to black by putting a colour overlay on it, and there we go. So there's your final image. You can work around with this. You can just add it into any old image. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, then please drop us a like, and if you've got any other comments or anything like that, then drop us a comment, and let me know if there's anything you need to know, or if there's any tutorials that you'd like me to start doing. Yeah, this is UK's Finest, and I'm signing out.